call is now being recorded.
Hi, Brent Porcio here, topvelocity.net. Got a special guest on the line. Really cool thing. Came down to the camp. Eric, what's your last name, Eric? I always forget. It starts with the B, I know.
Eric Brodkowitz.
Brodkowitz. So, Eric, I remember when you came down to camp, that was what, how many months ago?
It was at middle of May, so I guess 6.5 months.
Okay, 6.5 months. Your dad came down, worked really hard. I remember you had a really good lower half, just struggling with a lot of hip shoulder separation when you came down. And kind of why'd you come down? Like, tell everybody, like, what were you looking for? What was the reasons for coming down?
I mean, we've been looking into a lot of velocity programs, and we've done a lot of research on a lot of different sites, and top velocity seemed like it made logically a lot of sense. Biomechanically, it made a lot of sense, and we started doing the drills, and we figured we might as well come to the camp and really get everything that we could out of it. And we got the program, we got the camp, and with a lot of hard work, I mean, it's definitely paid off.
Yeah, and you and your dad are smart guys. I mean, y'all know what you're looking for. I mean, shoot, aren't you at Yale?
I am.
Yeah, man. Got to be smart to go there. My grandfather actually went there. I think I told you that story. My grandfather went there and was I think went to graduate school there, went to divinity school, and was his roommate was President Ford. They were both the freshman coach of the football team, or the coach of the freshman football team, or whatever, something like that. So pretty cool. A lot of legends have walked into that school, huh?
That's for sure.
Yeah, I know.
Absolutely.
Well, cool. So, and your dad y'all really embraced it. I mean, we've talked off and on the entire time, and just kind of helped you through the process. So, talk about, so when you were in camp. Let's first of all, like, what was the biggest thing you felt like you learned when you first started the program that you felt was significant?
The first thing I did when I got to camp, with all the hip shoulder separation, and seeing guys who'd been there and have been doing it for a while, it sort of just hit me. Like, I initially thought, wow, I don't think that physically I'll be actually able to do this. But then I figured, I'm going to give it everything I have, whatever. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But I saw that the sheer level of athleticism that I was going to gain out of the program, and I saw that if I stick through it, I will truly gain and be able to get to these incredible positions that are so powerful, and will get so much velocity and really optimize my body as much as I could.
Cool. So you really saw, do you think coming in before you came to the camp, did you have this perspective that, I'm going to make myself more athletic, I'm going to make myself more explosive, I'm going to make myself more mobile, and then I'm going to be able to get into these high velocity positions, and then, the program's going to help me through, and then that's what's going to make me throw, 90 plus. Was that your perspective coming to this, or did the camp and this approach help you understand that?
To be completely honest, I came to the camp really looking for a mechanical fix, not necessarily knowing that how much I really needed to change my body. So, coming to the camp, I think, was a huge wake-up call with how much that I could still do to get my body to be physically better. And then from that physically improved body, what I could do to optimize my mechanics with that.
Right. Awesome. And obviously you've done really well with that. So when you first came to camp, I was asking you, how hard were you throwing when that first day we did bullpens, how hard did you throw?
First day we did bullpens, I was around 84.
Okay. And I know you'd been harder than that before, but from that camp to what? When did you throw your hardest most recently? How many months ago, or has it just happened?
I think the past month or so I've been just sitting 90, 91. Maybe a little longer than that, but that general time frame.
So how many weeks? You obviously went past the 16 weeks, and did you cycle back through another 8?
Yeah, I'm cycling back through now. I think I'm finishing up with my. I'm about halfway through. My second program.
Okay, awesome. So good. I mean, that was basically 3 cycles, and you went pretty much from the camp 84 to 91. So that's awesome. So what do you think has been the significant factor in taking you from where you were at camp to where you are now?
I think Olympic
be specific.
I think Olympic lifts as a whole have been huge. I'd never really incorporated that before in my lifting programs. So I mean, based off Olympic lifts, all my other lifts have also gone up a lot. So I think I'm way more explosive. I think my hip to shoulder separation is way, way better than it was at the camp. I know that for a fact, actually.
You made that a big emphasis with the hip to shoulder separation. What has helped you technically improve that?
I think, first of all, just coming to camp and actually knowing what hip to shoulder separation, I think that was huge for me, and seeing guys actually do it in front of me. And then I think a lot of the medicine ball drills and sort of all the drills that are in the Ace Pitcher handbook, I think working with those helped me actually refine it on my own once I actually got the concepts down from coming to the camp and actually seeing it and experiencing it firsthand.
I think this is great, man. I mean, it really just shows how hard of a worker you are. I mean, you're really going through the same experience that pretty much every testimonial on my site has gone through. And it's just those guys that are willing to stick through it, you know, really willing to put the time in, blood, sweat, and tears, you know, really it pays off. I know ideally you want to go up more. We all want to just keep going up more. I mean, what do you think is going to get you to the next level? I know you're calling the reason there, you know, you wanted to talk to me was because you're kind of plateaued. And we're going to go over some things to really break through that plateau. But anything that you really feel is going to get you over that plateau, or do you feel like at this point you kind of are not sure?
Right now, I'm not really sure. I think I could maybe get my back arm up a little more, and maybe it's more external rotation with that. But I guess you can always be more explosive. So
right.
Yeah,
but to tell you the truth, with you, your lower half is just so great. I think for you, let's just keep getting better at counter rotation. Let's, you know, hip to shoulder separation, you know, more trunk involvement. Because you really do have a good lower half. I mean, even before you got into all the Olympic training, I remember your lower half. It was very, very dynamic. But at the same time, too, when you put in more counter rotation into that movement, it will slow your lower half down more because you're moving more of a load when you're sitting back and counter rotating back on your back leg more, you know.
Mhm. Absolutely.
Well, good. So we'll stay on the line. You and I will sit down and figure out how we're going to get you to 95. But kind of, what would you like to say to those out there that were kind of like you coming into this, not knowing exactly what it is, and kind of give them a little bit of advice of coming into it, and tell them really what's it going to take for them to have success like you've had in it so far?
I mean, it is a grind. Like, you're going to start, and it's going to be tough, and you're going to be sore for the first, I don't know how long, but pushing through and actually sticking with all the stuff and sticking to the routine, which is just a really, really good, well-thought-out routine that really helps with all of the aspects that I struggled with. I'm just sticking to it and powering through, even when you hit, like, minor setbacks. I think that's truly what's going to make the difference.
Also, as well, is, I mean, pay attention, right? I mean, you and your dad really constantly were working hard to stay focused on the things that needed to improve, right?
Absolutely. I think videotaping is huge.
Yeah, right. And so as you're grinding it out, don't just grind to grind to get to improving those weaknesses and making those strengths and pushing towards the goals that we set. I mean, make sure that you're not just spinning your wheels, that you're moving where you want to go with this, right?
Exactly.
Cool, dude. All right. Well, that's really, appreciate you doing that. Hold on the line. We'll keep talking more. All right. Well, that's really